All right, good morning. Time for FFF, Fictional Franchise Football. This is the 1972 Miami Dolphins season replay. I'm going to, in one video, see if the Miami Dolphins of 72 can go undefeated. First game of the year, they're facing KC on the road. We're going to roll Miami score first. It's going to be 10, 20, let's see here, 20, 29, and 6 is 35. Kansas City, 35 minus 1, 34 for Miami on the road. Kansas City gets 6 dice against this Miami's vaunted defense. They're going to get minus 7, so we're going to go ahead and take, let's go ahead and take 7 out of here, 9, 10. So Miami's 1-0, having beaten Kansas City 34-10. Houston comes to town in Miami. Houston is horrible, 3 dice. And we subtract 7 from their score. So how about that, though? 14 minus 7 is 7. I think Miami's going to win this one for sure. 8 dice for Miami. We're going to get 10, 24, 25, 26, and Houston gives up another 8, 34, 7. So Miami is 2-0, having won 34-10 at Kansas City, and now they bring in Houston, and they pummel Houston 34-7. Miami on the road to Minnesota. Minnesota was one hell of a team in the 70s, man. But this team was third in the division. They get 6 dice. Oh, actually, Miami's going first. They're on the road. Miami travels into Minnesota. What does Miami do? Well, they're going to go 10, 20, 9, 32, 34, and Minnesota with a big minus 1 is 33. Oh, they wrecked Miami's 30-something points, 34-point run. But I think they're probably going to win this. Let's see. Here we go. Minnesota. Wow, good job. Minnesota 10, 21, 27, minus 7 is 20. Miami at 3-0. They have scored 34, 34, 33. Now Minnesota topples at home as Miami's on a run. Miami, though, staying on the road, travels over to the New York Jets. Oh, a nice rivalry here, and Miami's going to struggle in New York. This could be huge. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the Jets give up 4 more, so 20 for Miami. The Jets get 7 dice. This could be the challenge, man, right here. Oh no, I think they're going to lose. No way. 8, oh my God, 24, 34, 38, minus 7, 31. Miami at 3-1. The New York Jets, Broadway Joe at home, brings the undefeated Dolphins down in only week 4 of the season. Folks, that's how hard it is to go undefeated. It really is very, very hard. Any given Sunday. Well, let's keep going. Let's see if San Diego now tooting into Miami has a chance. San Diego travels all the way across the country from one edge of the map to the other. 16. Let's see here, we got 16, 19, minus 7 is 12. San Diego held to 12 points. Miami, they're smarting after losing to New York. And they're going to score 10, 23, 24, and San Diego gives them another 6, 30 more. So again, Miami back into the 30s. So the one game Miami does not score 30 or more, they lose. So that ought to tell you something, right? You're going to need 30 or more to go undefeated, looks like here. Miami wins 30-12, an 18-point victory at home. Now Buffalo travels into Miami. Buffalo, not a very good football team in 1972. And here we go. Buffalo's going to score 12, 15, 17, 19, minus 7, 12 for Buffalo. And now Miami's going to get 12, or let's just say 10. Let's see here, 10, 20, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, plus Buffalo gives it 40. Miami racks up 40. They are 5-1, having only stumbled on the road in New York. All right, Miami against Baltimore. They travel. Miami rolls into Baltimore, and Miami's going to put a whooping on them here. I can see it already. 10, 21, 25, 28, 30. Baltimore is a -1, 30. 29 points. Remember, last time Miami did not score 30, they lost. But Baltimore's no way Baltimore's going to beat them with 5 dice. Just no way, right? It's going to be -7, so we'll take that out. 7 points. So Baltimore scores a touchdown. Miami's 6-1. All right, Miami continues on the road as they travel up to, so over from Baltimore up to Buffalo. And Miami with 8 on the road. It's going to be 10, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27. Buffalo gives up another 8, 27. That's going to be 35 for Miami as they continue to roll. And again, Buffalo's going to score. We're going to take away 7 from the Miami defense. 9, 10. 10 points for Buffalo. Miami's 7-1. All right, finally, New England coming to Miami. New England is a 4-dice team. And we're going to take away 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. So New England's going to be shut out. And Miami's going to score 10, 17, 22, 34-0. Miami at 8-1 destroys troubled New England as they roll into Miami. All right, the New York Jets, chance for revenge. The Jets come to town. They get 7 dice. We're going to remove 7 out of the gate. So there goes 7. We've got 10, 22. So the Jets still a threat, folks. Miami with 8 dice would love to get revenge on the Jets. It's going to be, oh, heck yeah. It's going to be 18, 25, 26, 27. Jets as 4, 31-22. 9-1. The Miami Dolphins are at 9-1. Have avenged their loss to the Jets. Had Miami scored 31 back here, it would have been a tie ball game, but Miami couldn't do it back here. So, interesting. Okay, let's move on to St. Louis. St. Louis rolls into Miami. St. Louis is using a 4-die offense. Not good. We're going to remove 7 out of the gate for that Miami defense. 6 points. St. Louis manages a couple of field goals on that Dolphins no-name defense. 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 in St. Louis. 19 St. Louis gives up another 3. 20. 2-6. Miami is now 10-1, folks, having only stumbled in New York. All right, Miami, who shut out New England last time, 34-0, travels back to New England. Can New England, in front of hometown fans, muster the gumption to at least get on the board? But Miami's going to start this off with 10, 21, 25, 28, 31. And New England gives up another 12, 43 points. Miami pummeling woeful New England. And New England's going to lose 7 on this, but they are going to score 11. We're going to make that 10 to make it a realistic number. It is 11-1 Miami traveling over to the New York Giants. Miami stays on the road for back-to-back games for, I don't know, that's like the 3rd time this year. So it wasn't an easy schedule. In fact, they were on the road for multiple weeks. 10, 20, 7, 30. The Giants give up -1, so 29. Again, last time, the only time Miami lost this year was when they scored less than 30. The New York Giants get 7. Uh-oh, this could be a second loss, folks. The New York Giants, we're going to remove 7 out of the gate for that Miami defense. 7, 14, so 7, 7, 14, 17 points, 29-17. Miami is now 12-1. How am I off, folks? 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. How the hell am I off? So Baltimore's not. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the. I keep forgetting. This is the division playoff. I was like, how could I have an extra game? Okay. Baltimore, here we go. Baltimore travels to Miami. Last time these two teams met, well, it wasn't pretty as Miami hammered them 29-7. Here we go. But Baltimore at home, maybe they're going to have some gumption to try to do something to this Miami juggernaut. We're going to remove 7 out of the gate. Well, we can't. So let's go 10. 23 minus 7 is 16 for Baltimore. And Miami's going to do it in just a couple of dice here, I'm afraid. It's going to be 11, 17, 20, 4, 27, 28. Baltimore gives them another -1, so 27. Look at that. They're going to win it 13-1. That's how the Dolphins finish. And now they got to face Cleveland coming into their house in the division championship. Where is Cleveland? Cleveland comes to their house. They get 5 dice. How did Cleveland get to the playoffs with 5 dice, folks? Tell me. I just want to know. Let's remove 7. We can't. So let's just add it up. 9, 13, 17, 18 minus 7 is 11. We're going to make it 10. And Miami is going to score 9. 14, 17, 26. And Cleveland takes 1 away, 25. So we're going to say 24. We're going to keep it fair and take another one from Miami. But Miami wins that 24 to 10. So Cleveland's -1 defense must have been the difference. Next up, they have to go to Pittsburgh. I don't understand it. But back in the day, you didn't automatically go at home field advantage in the playoffs if you were the better team. So Miami had to travel to Pittsburgh. I'm not certain when the rules changed, but indeed, Miami at 14-1 has to go to Pittsburgh to Steel City. And folks, this will be the team that could change history. They get 7 dice, and they're a -7 defense. This is the team that Miami really had to beat to prove they were great, because most people who have scrutinized the schedule know that the Miami Dolphins went undefeated against a pretty bad winning percentage, winning percentage for opponents. But beating Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, that's the marker that tells you that Miami deserved to be what they were, in my opinion. They had to beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. But I'm not certainly going to do it today. We're going to remove 7 for the Miami defense. It's going to be 10, 19, 20. Uh-oh. This could be interesting. Miami has an extra die. Larry Zonka, Jim Kick, Mercury Morris all go to work running the ball on this defense. We're going to remove 7 for the Pittsburgh defense. It's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're going into OT, folks. Oh my gosh. And technically in my rules, when you have this, because there's no advantage, there's no OT, you're going to have to tie them or scratch it off, and they have to go again. So that means we must play again, because I don't have overtime rules. So this becomes irrelevant. My gosh, Miami on the road is going to lose 7 out of the gate. 18, so 10, 22, 26, 27. So Miami will score 27 in the game. Pittsburgh with 7 dice. And they're going to take 7 out of here, so they lose 7. They're going to score 10, 11. They're going to score 10. Miami's going to go on and win this 27-10 in Pittsburgh. I round to that more realistic football score. And last but not least, folks, Miami is going to face Washington at neutral territory. Miami would be in their home uniforms for this. Washington will roll first. Again, the other team that really has the gumption with a good offense and a good defense is Washington. Let's find out. Washington, the real game, did not get more than 7. We're going to remove 7. They're going to get 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points for the Redskins. I think Miami's going to go 16-1 and win it all, repeating. We're going to take 3 out of this. Well, let's just add them up. 15, 20, 25, 31, 35 minus 3 is 32. So we're going to make it 31 as a good football score. Miami will be Super Bowl champs at 16-1. The only fly in the ointment, because my game does not have overtime rules. It does. My overtime rules are if a team's tied and there is no ties, you have to roll the game over from the start. So you just start all over. So technically, Miami is 16-1-1. to win the championship. They tied Pittsburgh, would have made them 16-0-1, or 16-1-1, whatever, 15-1-1, 14-1-1, and then they would have beaten Pittsburgh to make them 15-1-1 and then 16-1-1 if I count every game. But in my rules, you just pretend that tie didn't happen and you rolled over. And they clobbered them in the second matchup in Pittsburgh. And there you have it, folks. That is an entire season replay of the 72 Dolphins. And the only team to ruin it, the only team to smudge to the FFF's accuracy was the New York Jets, those bastards. Leave it to Broadway Joe. And isn't this just like Broadway Joe's, the aura of Broadway Joe in the ethersphere of the world of football, that it would be Broadway Joe to screw up my perfect replay. It's just like Broadway Joe to screw up the Baltimore Colts Super Bowl III win. Anyway, there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.